Unfortunately for our friends in Pennsylvania tonight, Donald Trump held his second rally of the day in the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And it was an absolute disaster. It wasn't just the usual ranting and raving and rambling and complete disaster of the cognitive decline that is Donald Trump. He sprinkled in some special new bits of weird and unhinged during this rally. But what was the only positive element of it, the only good takeaway, because we're always looking for positivity on this show, was how empty the rally was. And I think that is the reason why Donald Trump was driven so especially crazy in this rally and really just couldn't control himself. Because as we will see later in this video, when you look out and when he was looking out, he saw empty seats galore, and that absolutely drove him crazy. And we are going to hear him absolutely unravel because of it. But before we do, if I could quickly ask you to leave a like on this video, and if you haven't already, to hit that subscribe button. It goes a long way in supporting the community we're building on this channel. Now let's hear some of this insane speech with this clip right here.
Fight for you. I didn't have to be here. I could be in a beautiful beach. I could be in a gorgeous beach somewhere in the world. The sun beaming down on this beautiful body in a bathing suit. The sun would be beaming down, the waves would be crashing into my face. Instead, I'm here with you in Pennsylvania, and I'd rather be doing that.
Never do we see Donald Trump project more than when he is talking about VP Harris' intelligence, saying that she's not smart or has a low IQ, when of course that is only true about Donald Trump. He is so insecure because he knows how unintelligent he is that he had to have someone take his SATs for him, that he speaks at a 4th grade level and I think can barely read at this point. Donald Trump is insecure. He is projecting. As we always say, every Republican accusation is really just an admission of the truth about them, especially with Donald Trump saying that VP Harris doesn't do interviews, you wouldn't do 60 Minutes, you won't debate it, is always projection from Donald Trump, and then it's also lies and craze attacks like we saw right here.
So think of that. So I heard that question when it was given, because I had to watch, because, you know, she doesn't do any interviews. She doesn't do any press conferences. She doesn't do them for one reason. She's not smart. She's not smart.
Just absolutely disgusting transphobia from Donald Trump. This is one of the many reasons why we see fewer and fewer people at these rallies, why he is so unhinged, why he is so grieved and angry and always spouting these hateful lies. And it's just so sad and gross to see that this is someone who is considered a real presidential candidate, that this is what the Republican Party is, and they completely own it, that they are so gross, so agreed, and again, so stuck in the past. But that is exactly what we see right here in what Donald Trump says.
Your child goes to school and they take your child. It was a he and comes back a she. And they do this. And they do it. And often without parental consent. Can you even believe we're saying this?
Of course, a traitor like Donald Trump would yearn for the days of the Confederacy, not a surprise. Of course, it's disgusting. Still, though, wanting to return the name of Fort Liberty to Fort Bragg. Not a shock from Donald Trump, but this is his mindset. He wants to go back to the past, and not just the past of the Civil War, but he also wants to go back to the past of 2016 during the division of his first term. And of course, we cannot allow that. And fewer MAGA Republicans. At this point, I guess maybe former Republicans at this point seem to want that, because like I said, at the beginning of this video, Donald Trump's crowd tonight was absolutely empty. And I want to play 2 clips of that, and you're going to want to see them both because they are just so hilarious to see.
inflation. She wouldn't do that over again either. Maybe the worst of all, and something that a lot of people don't hear about because look at all the fake news. That's a lot of fake news.
Tons of empty seats for Donald Trump, and I know that drives him crazier than anything else. Even a bad poll, even negative press coverage. It's when MAGA turns their back on him, when he loses his stranglehold on his cult. Nothing makes Donald Trump more upset than that. And that's why we saw him to continue unraveling in the speech, losing his mind. And you can see that kind of right here.
All I want. You don't even have to give us any money. That's a pretty good deal, right? Just vote. Vote for all of us. You're not voting for me. You're voting for all of us. We're going to save our country. It's being run by incompetent people that have no idea what the hell they're doing. Early voting is underway now, so when the polls open...
Don't even know what he's trying to say here. Is it that he doesn't need any more donations? Is it that he doesn't need them to help him grift anymore? You are still selling $100,000 watches and Bibles and sneakers and merchandise and whatever trash book Melania just published. You are still grifting. You still want their money. You send emails asking for it every day. So Claire, you do still want it. But just very weird stuff from Donald Trump is he is trying to begging and pleading, making his case to the people of Pennsylvania. He's not really doing a great job because he can't seem to focus. All he wants to do is lie, like we see right here.
Kamala didn't send any helicopters to rescue them. And when people sent helicopters, they turned them back. And when, by the way, when Elon sent Starlink, originally they confiscated it. They took it. It took them a long time to get it over there, and it's a disgrace. And he doesn't want to say that, but I'll say it. It was disgraceful what they did.
The lies about hurricane relief have just been so constant from Donald Trump, and they are causing so much harm to affected communities. And we saw the first thing Donald Trump wanted to do after Hurricane Helen hit Georgia, hit North Carolina, hit Virginia, was go and take a photo. That's exactly his first thought. How can I use this to benefit myself politically? And it's the same thing that he's thinking when he's pushing these lies, not caring about the ways that it could hurt communities, that people are then pushed with conspiracies throughout their social media feed and don't know where to go to get help. But he doesn't care. He just wants to lie and fearmonger like he did right here.
I'll make you a deal. If we don't win, if this crazy, incompetent person gets in, next year, this same group is going to meet in Caracas, Venezuela, because it'll be much safer than your particular state. That's where we are. We're going to get these people out. We're going to deport them so rapidly. We're going to get the criminals, the murderers. And essentially, I will liberate Pennsylvania and our entire nation from this mass migrant invasion of murderers and child predators and gang members, terrorists, drug dealers, and thugs. What they have done to our country is unbelievable.
It's just gotten out of control. The fear-mongering is upsetting. It always has been. But it just continues to get more and more absurd. Like I always say, he's living in this alternate reality, in this MAGA mindset where he is just so separated from what is true, and it is so off-putting, like I said, to even his own supporters at this point, and he has just completely lost his mind. And someone who's always talking about that and did a great job making fun of it in a new ad was George Conway in the Anti-Psychopath PAC.
Hi, I'm George Conway. There's been a lot of talk about whether there's a DEI candidate in this year's presidential election. I'm here to tell you that there is. His name is Donald Trump. Trump is deranged.
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. The late, great Hannibal Lecter. He's a lovely man.
Trump is egomaniacal.
I could have been sunbathing on the beach. You have never seen a body so beautiful. One of the great memories of all time. Trust me, I'm like a smart person.
And Trump is incompetence.
And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do, either through the skin or in some other way. My administration has accomplished more than any administration in the history of our country.
Don't vote for the DEI candidate. Don't vote for Donald Trump. And by the way, according to his own sister, Donald Trump actually paid someone to take his college entrance exams for him.
We had to listen to so much. Trump, I thought it was good to end with us making fun of him, because although he is an extreme threat, he is also a buffoon whose ridiculousness we need to call out every single day. And we are going to on this show, and if you want to support that, as always, you can hit that subscribe button, leave a like on this video, and if you're stuck around to the end, drop a blue heart in the comments. And if you're a voter in Pennsylvania, say hi. I want to thank you for making sure we keep that Commonwealth blue. And until next time, I'll see you soon.